for international viewership, Doris. The league is really making an impression around the world.
I know soccer is maybe the biggest sport worldwide, but what has struck me over the last 5 to 10 years is how global a game basketball has become, and the fact that it's one of the fastest growing sports in the entire world. And make no mistake, to me, it's the league that has brought this ability to bring people together with incredible stars who fans can relate to. The one guy that comes to mind, obviously, Steph Curry.
Well said. The vision of the league, to me, is just incredible and unequal. And now the Lakers starting group. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. All out there with Hart. And it's James in at the 3 spot. And stolen by Kuzma. To the paint. And LeBron throws it down.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Wall against Ball. Wall taking his time here. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And he recovers it. Beal can't get it to go. Down low. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Washington with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character, but they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
No good on that one. John Wall, probably as pure a point guard as you're going to find in the NBA.
And go back to what his college coach told John Wall at the start of his NBA career. Your speed is lethal, and he has become a master at manipulating that speed and turning it into great shots for himself or great shots for his teammates. And what I appreciate perhaps more than anything else about John Wall, aside from his competitive streak, is his commitment to make himself a better shooter, because it's been integral to his success.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. A baseline J, and the shot is long. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. That's tipped. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wall. 17 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his second foul of the game. Beasley's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Outside Beal. Outside Wall. 5 on the clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. To the paint. Nice D from Porter.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
Satoransky the pass to Wall. It's Beal on the wing. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
And last year, big expectations for the Washington Wizards. Yet, Doris, they couldn't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Well, many believed, Kevin, they were too talented to finish as the 8th seed. And when you finish as the 8th seed, you play the top seed. So they lose to Toronto in the first round. There's still a ton of talent here, but lots left to prove.
Move shots.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Here's LeBron coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Here's the pass to Hart. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's Beal on the wing. Over Hart. Beal can't get it to go.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And good that time. James has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, hitting for good percentage here in the first quarter. He's doing what he can to get his team off on the right foot.
Wall against Ball. And Wall kicks to Porter. Over Beasley. Porter, no luck.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And the shot goes down.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
And another miss by Washington. Los Angeles leading by 7 to the middle. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lakers passing it around, and it's McGee with the jam.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Porter, no luck.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
James kicks to Ball. Back to LeBron. Here's Hart. He's covered by Beal. Hart the pass to McGee. Ball with it. Clock at 6. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Offensive rebound, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Timeout. And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December, taking a look at Toronto. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Wizards, just way behind.
And seeing where Washington is, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
From deep, Wall. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Porter, no luck. Lakers leading by 13. Pass to James. And James throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Bryant dishes to Beal. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And taking a look here at some numbers for a Wall. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 19 points, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through. Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Morris is checked in for Porter. Kelly Oubre comes in for Satoransky. And it's Rivers in for Beal. No good from Beasley. Wizards trail by 15. Oubre, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land. Oubre's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
It's the quickness of ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
2-2.
First one falls for him. You know, a skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. Ooh. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Kemba Walker, Draymond Green. But, Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. Morris finds Bryant. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Ball, the pass to LeBron, and he comes up with the deuce.
Timeout.
James has got 10 points in the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Washington calls timeout, and this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Green, he's checked in for Bryant. The Lakers also changing it up. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for JaVale McGee. Lance Stevenson comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Hart. Oubre kicks to Satoransky. Passes it to Green. Dishes to Oubre. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I think, guys, what's amazing to me is LeBron has been in his prime for over a decade at this point. And we all kind of keep waiting for Father Time to catch up. But who knows when that's going to happen?
The free throw drops for James. And Doris, normally players LeBron's age start to decline, but it isn't happening.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, LeBron said he wants to be the player to break the mold and dominate into his late 30s. Listen, he wants to play with his oldest son, so we'll see what happens.
And James drills them both.
I don't know how often we can say we get to watch a once-in-a-generation talent, but how lucky are we to watch LeBron do his thing.
And Satoransky kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Rivers. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Rivers has got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Don't let Lat shoot that.
Up top, Stevenson. Covered by Oubre. LeBron, no good.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and then it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves. Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says, thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Kicks it out to Stevenson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wizards trail by 9. Here's Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
Ball against Satoransky. Ball, the pass to McGee. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Enzo Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 10. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And I'll tell you what, Doris, Thomas Satoransky, he's got some game.
He certainly does, Kevin. We're talking about a point guard with excellent size and vision. He's an efficient shooter with some big-time range. And Satoransky will be a little bit more assertive the more confident he gets. This guy is on his way up.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Good on both. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Pass to Green. And the pass to Morris. Just 5 to shoot.
Let's check out some stats for McGee. How last month turned out for him: 6th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. And he knocks down the first one. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so he hits both. Lakers leading by 10. Caldwell Pope outside. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Pass to Rivers. And he banks in the layup. Rivers has got his second bucket of the night. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's the dish to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Chandler. Now here's Stevenson, covered by Oubre. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. And here we go. Washington fast break. Rivers has got the ball. And here's Stevenson. 11-point game his last outing. Passes it to McGee. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Buries it from 3-point range. Caldwell Pope's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Wizards trail by 9. Now Rivers. He's got 6. Morris, no good. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Mikhailuk, Satoransky covering. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Oubre, good.
Now this guy's so fluid in transition. Just a great player, Oubre, in the open floor. Stevenson
drives in. Here's McGee. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Washington with it. 7-point differential. Green dishes to Rivers. the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers. Both teams will make substitutions. Rivers hits both of them. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age. But his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
It helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wall and Rivers the guards. Oubre out there with Morris, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5, roaming the paint. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Stevenson against Wall. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good by Stevenson. And the Lakers lead by 7.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Wall, in it goes after missing his first 7. Now shooting 1 for 8 this game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
No good from Beasley. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Outside, Wall. Inside, here's Morris. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And now just a 3-point Laker lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope, and too long on the shot. Wizards have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Oubre with it. He's against Kuzma. Oubre can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 3. Stevenson finds Beasley. Buries it down low.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Wall against Stevenson. Baseline J on the way. That one wide left. And for the Lakers, they're shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter.
Guys, think about the first time John Wall registered his first triple-double. Only 4 players in NBA history had registered it in fewer games than he did. Think about these names: Oscar Robertson, Connie Hawkins, Magic Johnson, and Hambone Williams. Incredible. Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And when you look at Wall, the speed, the length, the skill, Doris, this is a guy who can carry your team.
And we talk a lot about his physical attributes and how those translate to success. The blinding speed. It's the instincts to me and the competitive streak, though, guys, that makes John Wall very special.
Washington calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
Washington making some changes. Ryan is checked in for Markieff Morris. Porter comes in for Oubre. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Rivers. The Lakers also making some changes. James checked in for Chandler. Josh Hart comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Ball subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Hart the pass to James. And finished off by LeBron.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Left side, Wall. Shot to stop the run. No good on the shot. And it's the Lakers the other way.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. Wall against Ball. James looking around. 5 to shoot. Kuzma can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 13. There's Beal with the 3. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Down by 15. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Bryant finds Beal. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
You cannot allow Beal to just catch and shoot. That's a warm-up shot for him.
LeBron outside. Wall grabs the board. Wall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Mahinmi. Excellent D there from Beasley. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Kuzma can't get it to go.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
All with it. He has 5. Outside Bryant. He kicks it to Beal. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Pass the ball. LeBron against Porter. LeBron passes the ball. Fires for 3. Los Angeles keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Can't hit from in close. Wizards trail by 12. Feeds to Porter. Left side, Beal. Kicks it to Mahinmi. Nice ball movement by Washington. Inside, Beasley with the steal. Beal against James. A second chance effort. And Beasley puts it in. Beasley's got 6.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Beal finds Bryant. From the stripe. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Beal's got his second basket of the game.
I love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
James against Porter.
You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
Free throw good, LeBron. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Washington. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. JaVale McGee's checked in for Michael Beasley. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Wizards trail by 13. Wall dishes to Green. Rebounded by Hart. With LeBron in his strength, Doris, he can shrug off defenders.
Well, to me, Kevin, he is easily one of the most formidable finishers to ever play the game. You think about it, he is as big and strong physically as most centers that are challenging him at the rim. What an imposing guy.
2 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Washington with the rebound.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Beal in the corner. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Tuesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets.
And that game against the Pacers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
And the first one at the line is good. Bryant hits them both. Los Angeles leading by 11. Hart kicks to Kuzma. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's McGee. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Now here's Wall. He has 5. Back to Green. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Ball kicks to Hart. Back to Ball. To the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hart. Some solid defense from Bryant.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
There's the pass to LeBron. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And they're able to recover. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hart the pass to Ball. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Good on the triple. Ball's got 5.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Here is Wall. He has 5. Bryant finds Beal. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Washington making a change here. Rivers checked in. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Hey, get LeBron,
LeBron against Rivers. Good on the bucket.
You know, LeBron James has been fouled so many times in his career, it doesn't even faze him anymore. There is no stopping this guy.
The Lakers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Hart.
One shot.
Free throw good, LeBron. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 13-point game. For 3, drains the three-pointer. Wall's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Kevin, as you know, they did not have to guard John Wall from that distance when he first came in. Now, he's a problem.
Ball against Wall. Pass to James. Over Green.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. KCP, a great first half of play with the scoring. What did you see from them defensively that allowed you to be effective?
I just took what they gave me. I took what they gave me, and I just knocked them down.
Hey, KCP, thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith. And the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, we saw once again, Ernie, there really is no great way to defend LeBron. He has the strength to get to the rim anytime he wants. Reminds me of somebody I used to know, Ernie.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Wizards.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
A glorious viewpoint of the Washington Monument on the Mall here in the U.S. Capitol marks our return to Washington, D.C. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
You know, he's so explosive. That little cut he makes, and then it's life above the rim.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Los Angeles leading by 10. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Hart is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's McGee in at the 5.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
On the wing, Porter.
Come on, shoot.
6 on the shot clock.
You know, we can get lost in LeBron's offensive skills. His defense has always been phenomenal as well.
Wasted no time on that one. Kuzma's got 6.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Wall passes to Satoransky. Here's Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, there's no doubt a lot of eyebrows were raised when Otto Porter signed a max deal. But the organization made it clear that the marketplace had spoken, and what Otto Porter brings to the table for this group is exactly what they're looking for, a knockdown three-point shooter and a versatile defender.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, speaking of Porter, what's amazing now is his consistency from 3.
I think when Otto was coming out of college, NBA scouts were somewhat worried about that shot. There was some funky mechanics involved, and it took him a couple of years to iron those out. But now, his range and consistency have added another dimension to this offense.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
Great play calling, great execution leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
It's Beal on the wing. Pass to Bryant. Beal can't get it to go. And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James. You think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player. He takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
Beal, that's for 2. The Wizards with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ball, no good.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Satoransky's got 9.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Ball against Satoransky. James. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. Porter, no luck. Lakers leading by 16. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
Washington calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Bryant. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Nuggets. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, there's Los Angeles, a game and a half out.
And I think for the Lakers, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mahimi's checked in for Porter, and Oubre subbed in for Satoransky.
One shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. All with it, now guarded by Ball. And Wall kicks to Mahimi. That's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here are the best transition teams in the NBA. We're looking at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Lakers second.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Pass to Wall. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Beasley's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers leading by 21. And here is James. He's got 24. LeBron has doubled. Over to the left wing. Ball with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Washington shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Now Wall. He's got 8. Oubre with it. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? And another miss by Washington. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Kuzma can't get it to go. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Beal. Second chance shot. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
James kicks to Hart. That 3 off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Deflects the pass to the paint. Oubre, good. Oubre's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
James right side. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Shot on the wing. Washington with the rebound. Mahinmi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Oubre. Tight defense on him. Back to Wall. Beal deciding where to go with it. Over Beasley. Offensive rebound. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Lakers leading by 22. Beasley, the pass to Hart. Here's Beasley, goes back up. He lays it in. 8 points for him.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Now here's Oubre. He's got 10. The drive by Beal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Rivers, he's checked in for Washington. The Lakers also with a sub. Stevenson's checked in. Beasley with the steal. Here's LeBron, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
For Beasley, as most people know, Doris, it's been a wild ride getting here.
It certainly has, Kevin, but the talent was undeniable, right? Let's remember this guy was a former number 2 overall pick. Reality is, though, he had to spend some time in China. He needed an adjustment to both his game and his attitude.
2 shots.
That free throw missing, and Washington making a change here. Green's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Chandler comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Hart. Good on the second free throw. Washington with the ball. Outside, Wall. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, took it aggressively right at the defense, and it pays off. Wall making it happen as usual.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Relax on the first.
And he can't get the first one.
I think you can make a very strong case that John Wall has been underrated throughout his career. This guy is a multi-talented point guard who prides himself on leading his guys.
And he sinks the second. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Stevenson outside, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
It's stolen by Morris.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
The kick out to Wall. Drops in the tray. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Caldwell Pope finds Stevenson. And the pass to Ball. Over Oubre. And the Lakers with another miss. Wizards trailed by 21. Outside, Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Green in the post. He's covered by Ball. Unable to get that one. On the wing, James. Guarded by Green. And that one's good. James has got 27.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Morris kicks to Wall. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Wall's got 14.
How about that finish by John Wall? The defense was not bad. He's just that good.
Here's Stevenson. Second shot opportunity. Green with the block. And he recovers it. LeBron with the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rivers against Caldwell Pope. Tipped away. Morris dishes the Wall. Shoots over Ball. Misses off the right iron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. 6 to shoot. And that one is off. Great D that time from Green. And there's the feed to Oubre. He kicks it to Wall. Shoots over Ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Up top, Stevenson. Covered by Oubre. Over Green. And it's James missing. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Rivers gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 11.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
The Lakers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Two shots.
And that one misses.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Ryan is checked in for Markieff Morris. Porter comes in for Kelly Oubre, and Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And the Lakers also making a change. McGee's checked in. 1:53 left to play in the 3rd. And Satoransky kicks to Rivers. Porter at the elbow. McGee with the block. Pass to James. McGee in the high post. In the corner, it's James. That one drops for him. LeBron's got 31 points.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Rivers against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Rivers, guarded closely. There's Porter with the three. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Ball kicks to Chandler. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Rivers. Ball against Satoransky. Shoots over Ball. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's McGee, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from McGee. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Caldwell Pope against Rivers. A second chance effort, and the layup is good. And that's now 7 points for Otto Porter Jr.
Well, Otto Porter has got great length, and when he puts it to advantage, he can be effective on the glass.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Green is out there with Bryant. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Porter. And it's Satoransky in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Rivers with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Rivers. No good off the front iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards trailed by 21. Here's Satoransky. Kicks it to Rivers. Passes it to Porter. Right side, Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
That's good from Green. Well, the league taking steps towards to reform the draft lottery. flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Poked away. And McGee kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the three. No good. And the Wizards now going the other way. Porter finds Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Tyson Chandler.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
And he makes the first. Bradley Beal's checked in for Rivers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Josh Hart comes in for LeBron. And both free throws good for Green. Here's Ball. McGee inside, working on Green.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from McGee. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And here is Satoransky. Outside, Beal. Porter looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Beal can't get it to go.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Hart. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. John Wall's checked in for Washington. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Ball kicks to Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
5 to shoot. Wall, no luck.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
McGee dishes the ball. Teardrop shot, and he lays it up and in.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
Wizards have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Well, Bradley Beal is turning himself into one of the elite two-way players in the NBA. Go back to 2017 when he becomes the youngest player in NBA history to make 700 career three-pointers. It happens to be the same season that he was voted into his first All-Star game, and his coach believes he should be one of the best defensive players on the perimeter in the NBA. Let's watch and see.
No good on that one. And watching Beal now, much more assertive than when he first entered the league.
You know what, Kevin? The physical tools for Bradley Beal have always been there. He's got great size at the guard position. He's a knockdown shooter. He is a quiet leader, but an effective leader. And he's learning how to be the voice of a team. There is so much to like about Bradley Beal.
Second free throw, no good.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
2 points, that one goes.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Wall against Ball. And Wall kicks to Beal. Now Satoransky. Back to Beal. They need this one. Drains the three-pointer. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
And Wall kicks to Satoransky. Pass to Beal. Sweet little floater.
I like the commitment from Bradley Beal to take it inside and attack the defender.
Lakers leading by 22. Ball with it. To the inside. Beasley the pass to Ball. Here's Hart. Satoransky covering. Stolen by Satoransky. 14 feet away. That's tipped. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power. Not just going for the layup. Solid at throwing it down deep inside.
And Wall kicks to Bryant. Dishes to Beal. Now here's Wall. 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
And that one falls for John Wall. The Wizards making a switch here. Morris is checked in. The Lakers also with a sub, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Beasley. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Lakers leading by 22. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Back to Ball. Now the pass to Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound, Morris. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
Got that one up quick.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
From the Wizards, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Wall against Ball. It's Wall with the drive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Washington with the rebound. Outside, Wall. And the All-Star game last season, Doris, no more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on JaVale McGee.
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Lakers. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Chandler. And it's LeBron in for Caldwell Pope. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Here's James. And it's Ball in the corner. And again, no good by the Lakers. Washington's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Good on the shot.
This is an important aspect of John Wall's overall skill set. That ability to be effective in the mid-range, important.
Lakers leading by 22. LeBron outside. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces, what those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, you know, the concussions and the long-term implications. We don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. That free throw, no good. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. He hits the second from the line.
And steady from the free throw line. Morris has gotten there less since he's been shooting more threes.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Inside, it's tipped. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here is Satoransky. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice. He hits both from the stripe. Now James. Pass the ball. Beal against Caldwell Pope. He kicks it to LeBron. Tries it from 19, and he hits the jumper for 2. James has got 33 points.
There aren't a lot of ways to slow up LeBron James in the pick and roll. Even if you defend it perfectly, he can find a way to score.
Washington calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle, because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. All with it, now guarded by Ball. Count it.
Quickness, touch in the paint. John Wall looking confident.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and doors make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for LeBron.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Passes to Kuzma. To the inside, McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Wall kicks to Satoransky. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wall's shot is good.
I love the activity, Kevin. John Wall's athleticism and skill can overcome quality defense.
James finds McGee. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.